President Vladimir Putin presided over Russia's Victory Day parade today. The celebrations this year in Moscow, though, overshadowed by Russia's battlefield failures in Ukraine and the Kremlin's ongoing confrontation with the West. Here's more of what Putin had to say earlier.
The elite in the West, they keep talking of their exceptionalism. They are forcing their will on other nations, forcing their rules on others. But it would appear that they have forgotten what Nazism was all about.
France 24's Philip Turle was listening into that speech from Vladimir Putin. He joins me now on the set to get a bit more analysis. Philip, what else did Putin have to say today?
Well, the bottom line here, I don't think anybody was surprised by what Vladimir Putin said or what he was going to say before this speech took place. It was expected he was going to lambast the West and point the finger at the West as being responsible for the current situation and the West trying to destroy Russia. These were all messages that came out of this speech. Russia-phobia, basically, is what Vladimir Putin was talking about, saying the West wanted the fall of their country, and that there were two other messages which were quite interesting. The first one was that, as usual, he has portrayed the Ukrainians as being the hostages of the West, saying they were just puppets being orchestrated by the West, which, of course, is a message that doesn't really ring true if you think that when Russia started this so-called special military operation, they were expecting to walk in there and be greeted with open arms by the Ukrainians. Well, that hasn't happened. The Ukrainians have been fighting back ever since that special military operation, which everyone else called a war, started on February the 24th last year. Another message that was quite interesting was that he singled out three countries, the United States, the United Kingdom and China in the speech. I think basically because the United States and the United Kingdom are the two biggest providers of military material to the Ukrainians, by far more from the United States and the UK, but they are the top two, and attempting to divide opinion over those countries. And the second country, or the third country, was China, which is the country that Vladimir Putin is trying to bring on board to supply weapons to the Russians to help them in the fight in Ukraine, paying tribute to the war dead in those countries, saying that he honoured the war dead in those countries. And one other point which was interesting is that Vladimir Putin said that the West had destroyed family values. Almost as if he's saying that because the West has legalized same-sex marriage and that kind of thing, that there is a certain debauchery going on in the West, and we have to fight against the fact that they're trying to destroy family values, which make people human, and forcing their rules on others, which is exactly what Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin are trying to do in Russia. So that was the message coming out from the Russian president during his speech, which actually was very short, just about 10 minutes.
All right, Philip, thank you so much for that. France 24's Philip Turle.